Canada has long been one of the most attractive destinations for travelers from across the globe, with its vast landscapes, multicultural cities, and high quality of life. For travelers from Panama, visiting Canada is not only a dream for many, but also an increasingly accessible reality thanks to streamlined entry procedures like the Electronic Travel Authorization, or eTA. This guide will explain why you need an eTA to travel from Panama to Canada, how to apply for one, and the multiple advantages it brings. Whether you're planning a vacation, business trip, or family visit, this guide will help you navigate the process with confidence and ease. What is an eTA? The Electronic Travel Authorization, or eTA, is a digital entry requirement for visa-exempt travelers who are flying to Canada. It is linked electronically to your passport and allows multiple entries for stays of up to 6 months at a time. An eTA is not a visa, but it serves a similar purpose for short-term visits. It allows Canadian authorities to pre-screen travelers for security or eligibility concerns before they board a flight to Canada. For Panamanian citizens, it offers a fast, affordable, and efficient alternative to a traditional visa, if you're traveling by air. Why do Panamanian travelers need an eTA? As of recent Canadian immigration policy, citizens of Panama are among those who can travel to Canada without a visa, provided they obtain an eTA first. This policy simplifies the entry process and reflects Canada's confidence in Panama as a low-risk travel partner. If you're flying to Canada from Panama, whether for tourism, business, family visits, or transit, you'll need to apply for an eTA before boarding your flight. Good news! If you're traveling by land or sea, for example, from the US into Canada, you do not need an eTA, but you must carry proper identification. Subscribe for more adventures. Who qualifies for an eTA from Panama? You can apply for an eTA if you hold a valid Panamanian passport, are traveling to Canada by air, plan to stay in Canada for up to 6 months, and are visiting for tourism, business, or family purposes. You do not qualify if you plan to study, work, or immigrate. In that case, you'll need a different permit or visa. How to apply for an eTA? The eTA application process is completely online and takes about 10 minutes. Here's how to do it. Go to the official Government of Canada website. Complete the form with your passport information, contact and travel details, and background or security questions. Pay the $7 Canadian fee using a credit or debit card. Then wait for confirmation. Most applicants receive approval within minutes. Your approved eTA will be linked electronically to your passport and valid for up to 5 years or until your passport expires, whichever comes first. Real-life scenario. Sophia's trip from Panama to Canada. Let's say Sophia, a 29-year-old from Panama City, wants to visit her cousin in Montreal. She books her plane ticket, then heads to the Canadian government's website and applies for an eTA. The application takes 10 minutes, and she receives her approval in 5 minutes via email. When she arrives at the airport, the airline scans her passport and confirms she's cleared to board. No visa appointment, no long waiting time, and only $7 Canadian spent. That's the power of an eTA. Top benefits of an eTA for Panamanian travelers. The eTA isn't just a requirement. It offers many benefits that make traveling to Canada more accessible and stress-free. First, fast processing. In most cases, the eTA is approved within minutes, making it ideal for last-minute trips or spontaneous travel plans. No lengthy visa interviews or paperwork. Second, low cost. A traditional visa can cost over $100 Canadian, not including biometrics or courier fees. In contrast, the eTA is a flat fee of $7 Canadian, making it a budget-friendly option for travelers. Third, multiple entries. Once approved, your eTA allows unlimited entries to Canada during its validity period. Whether you're visiting once a year or every few months, you won't need to reapply. Fourth, long-term validity. Your eTA is valid for 5 years or until your passport expires. That's 5 years of simplified travel to Canada with just one quick application. Fifth, simple requirements. No need to upload financial statements, hotel bookings, or letters of invitation. Just a valid passport and a few personal details are enough. Sixth, convenience for air travelers. The eTA is specifically designed for air travel, the most common route from Panama to Canada. It streamlines check-in and boarding by verifying eligibility before departure. And finally, peace of mind. Since the eTA is linked to your passport and pre-clears you for entry, you avoid the stress of potential issues at the border. You'll know before you fly that you've been approved. Popular destinations in Canada for Panamanian visitors. Once you've got your eTA approved, the Canadian sky is the limit. Here are a few popular cities that attract visitors from Panama. Toronto, Canada's biggest and most diverse city, offering nightlife, art, shopping, and world-famous attractions like the CN Tower. Vancouver, a coastal paradise with mountains, forests, and beaches, perfect for nature lovers and adventurers. Montreal, a cultural and culinary hub that blends French elegance with North American charm. Calgary, known for the Calgary Stampede and gateway to the Canadian Rockies. Ottawa, the capital of Canada, filled with history, museums, and government landmarks. Whether you're chasing snow, soaking in multicultural vibes, or reconnecting with family, Canada has something for every traveler. Travel tips for Panamanian citizens. Using an ETA. To make your trip even smoother, here are a few tips. Apply early. Even though most ETAs are approved quickly, applying at least 72 hours in advance is recommended. Double-check your passport. Make sure it's valid for the duration of your stay and beyond. Watch for scams. Only apply through the official Canadian government website. Print or save your ETA confirmation email. You don't need to show it, but it's good to have a backup. Don't overstay. The ETA allows up to 6 months per visit. If you need more time, apply for an extension from within Canada. Frequently asked questions. FAQ. 1. Can I work or study in Canada with an ETA? No. The ETA is only for short-term tourism, business, or transit. If you want to work or study, you'll need a work permit or study permit. 2. What if I lose my passport? Since the ETA is linked to your passport, you'll need to apply for a new ETA if your passport is lost or renewed. 3. Can I apply for an ETA if I'm flying through Canada to another country? Yes. Even for transit through a Canadian airport, Panamanian citizens must have an ETA if they're flying. 4. Is the ETA valid for land or sea entry into Canada? No, you only need an ETA when flying into Canada. For land or sea entry, like from the US by car, you just need valid ID and a passport. 5. Can I be denied an ETA? Yes, if you provide false information or have past immigration or criminal issues. Be honest and accurate in your application. Canada and Panama, a growing travel connection. Panama and Canada enjoy friendly diplomatic and economic relations, which are reflected in their travel policies. Canada's inclusion of Panama in the ETA eligible list shows an interest in encouraging tourism, trade, and cultural exchange. This means more opportunity, less paperwork, and an open door for travelers eager to experience all that Canada has to offer. Final thoughts. Make Canada your next adventure. Whether you're visiting Niagara Falls, taking in the snowy slopes of British Columbia, or enjoying the café culture of Montreal, Canada is a destination full of possibilities. For Panamanian citizens, the ETA makes that journey more accessible, more affordable, and more convenient than ever before. So, if you're dreaming of maple trees, mountain ranges, or multicultural magic, don't let complicated paperwork hold you back. Get your ETA, pack your bags, and start your next adventure. Subscribe for more adventures. Happy travels!